What's
All
up?
right. Good. Wow, it's nice. I got more light in here than usual because of the
Good
daytime.
day. Good day to you, sir.
Have you seen that Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds Christmas film?
No. Which one?
It's like it's like a Scrooge type movie,
No.
and they go back in the time when Scrooge was growing up, and "Good afternoon" was considered an insult.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah,
what did it? What were you supposed to say?
"Good afternoon" is like yourself. So is your mom on? I don't want to insult her, but
I mean, you already. I'm saying, what were you? What are you supposed to say? You supposed to say something bad?
I don't know. That wasn't really the joke. Was just "Good afternoon" was an insult.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for catching me up on that Christmas special. That I will
Next
now.
year. I haven't seen it yet. So
I'll never see it now. Thank you so much for giving me that.
you don't
Yeah.
like comments.
Huh?
Nothing.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Wait, how are you really feeling, Gary? I mean, because
There's
I
a
mean,
lot going
like,
on.
I feel like maybe you got something to share. You know, you didn't sound like you really believed that.
No, it's the last couple days have been harder to get out of the house.
Yeah.
But I think like we discussed, like once I got going, both days, but yesterday and today, around mile 4 is when I was like, okay, I'm feeling all right.
Okay, so you're starting to wake up a little bit in these runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it takes you a while. It takes a couple miles to kind of like get into a groove. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm feeling happy that you don't feel like, because when I asked you how you're doing, you kind of responded like maybe possibly there's like a small chance that you were sad. You know, I just don't want you to be sad, Gary.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever need to talk, there's this isn't a live show or whatever. You could just say whatever you got to say. No one's here.
I would love to hear our audience's therapeutic, discussions on my sadness or lack thereof.
Have you ever had to deal with like seasonal depression?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If I did, I don't really notice it, but I'm sure I get moody, but
yeah. So, I mean, I know that's like a thing. I mean, I'm not in a position that like it was, funny, but I mean, sometimes like people get like at this time of year, it just gets a little harder to like go after your goals and all that stuff. Right. But then it's also like the days are shorter. Like by the time we get out the doors, when we leave to go to work, it's dark. When we get home from work, it's dark. And if you work from home, you wake up and it's dark and you work all day. And then by the time you get outside, it's dark. So it's like you got this weird dynamic of like shorter days and it's colder and gloomier.
Yeah. And then for us who are in a repetitive marathon training cycle.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our audiences, I would assume, or not a lot, but a good portion. Yeah. It makes it tough to get out there, and you really got to want it.
Yeah. You got to want it.
You got to want, but you do, to get out there every day, or get back on the treadmill, which is a slog, or get outside in the dark. And
I mean, so it go like the thing about Michigan is like we go this big long time without any treadmill action for real, and then all of a sudden it's like we need, like, the treadmill saves like the training block, it saves the day, and it takes a little while to get used to it though. But once you get used to running on the treadmill, it's not so bad.
I think it helps to have a group. Like when we try to meet up.
Yeah,
it definitely makes the time go by. But if you're by yourself, I don't care what the Price is Right is doing. After a while, you're like, I can't.
So
look, lady, the turtle wax is $27. Just.
I mean, but then who would have thought that turtle wax would eventually be $27?
It's true.
But I mean, I don't blame her for saying 12.
Let's just do an hour of Plinko. That's all I need to see, and this run will go a lot better.
All right, so we got people talking in the chat. I want you guys to keep on talking.
I think you guys are lying.
So, Mark Vanderkoy says, "What's up, PR Project from Puerto Vallarta?"
Oh, hey Mark, is this a vacation or runcation? Like, did you trick your family? You trick your family?
Is there like a marathon or like a half marathon going on?
And then if you did trick your family, could you send me some tips?
I mean, that's not look, you know what? If somebody, well, I mean, there's no trick to that. You just say, "Hey guys, do you guys want to go to Puerto Vallarta?" And they go, "Yeah." There's no like, you don't have to do too much finagling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sound like my wife's in the background here, just looking at me like that stairs.
look. If tomorrow you walked in the door after a run, you said, "Hey, honey, I got an idea," right? I thought about this idea on the run. And the idea is to take the whole family on a trip to Venezuela. Maybe not Venezuela, may not be good. I'm not sure what the culture is right there right now. Like if it's maybe a little stressful right there. Anyway, we're going to Cuba. Is that better?
Yeah, actually, let's try Cuba.
Yeah, I heard Cuba's great. Yeah, so yeah, I've never been to Cuba.
I've heard good things.
I think we should all go to Cuba, right? And I don't think she cares what you do there, Gary.
Hey, it's a live show. Come on.
Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah. Wrong. Oh, yeah. Look, Gary, I'm telling you, go out there. If you
we're gonna edit this in post.
I mean, but then it would be like incentive for you to run your fastest marathon ever because you're trying to hurry up and get done.
And not do a shakeout run, and not go to the wherever it is where they sell all the stuff.
Expo. Yeah.
Expo. Yeah. You know what? If you're gonna make fun, learn the terminology. All right.
Right. If you're gonna be a part of the show, you gotta learn the lingo. But yeah. So yes, and then also Puerto Vallarta. So this is the first place. Oh, you can't see the chat for real. Okay.
I got it now. I can see it on
my mom says Puerto Vallarta, where Tommy went deep sea fishing for the first time, and that is a fact. Puerto Vallarta is
before veganism.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I think I was like 11 or 12 or something like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, way before veganism for sure.
I didn't want you to say no, it was last year, then the vegan is come out for you.
So, question to everybody is, normally we say where are you from, how many miles did you run today? That's cool too, so you can share your mileage if you want. Everybody drop one personal tip that you use when running on the treadmill. Drop in the chat, one tip that you use to help you get through treadmill runs. I think that I'll start with mine. Well, this is more like a don't do. And I'll keep it non-biased. So don't position yourself in front of the news channel that makes you upset. Don't position yourself right in front of that one, because because you can't take your eyes off of it. As it happens, every headline you see out the corner of your eyes, and then you're rolling your eyes. But it does actually help you get through the run, though. So maybe you should position yourself on the opposing news treadmill. What are your tips?
You and Aaron actually came up with a good tip that I took into my last couple of treadmill runs. Was don't use the super trainers or soft shoes that have a really soft cushion, because you're already getting a cushion base with a treadmill in and of itself. So kind of use a harder shoe, and that's helped quite a bit in terms of just making my legs feel better, or not like I'm running in a swamp or like a quicksand or whatever. So that's been a good one for me. Just it's not the same as a road. You're going to get a softer cushion anyway, so you don't need to over cushion your run and those kind of things.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Aaron was saying that, and I felt it too, but I just wasn't really sure why. With those softer shoes, it just feels like you're running in quicksand. It just feels more sluggish. There's no pop or bounce. It's just all absorbed. And then you get some shoes that are more firm, that may be a little too firm for the road for us or for me, but on the treadmill it's perfect because you feel light and quick. Mark says constantly change the speed up and down, make it variable, which is is great. I like that.
Yeah, we've done workouts like that to make it go faster. You know, sometimes we'll do interval workouts on the treadmill if we have no choice. And it definitely helps pass the time.
Yeah, for sure. And then also one of the big tips is like if you have friends that don't mind, you know, suffering with you, or they don't want to be out in the storm or the ice or whatever, then invite your friends to one of the gyms and run next to a buddy or two or three. You know, that's actually really cool.
We're Planet Fitness fans. No, I mean they're not sponsoring this yet, but
it should though.
Yeah, but Planet Fitness has been nice because they're cheap. They've usually got room for all of us, and
we like to say cost effective when we're talking about our future sponsors.
Yeah, they and we can use our some of us have passes. We can get our friends in who don't have the upgrades, so we're all able to kind of work together on that. So we've had up to 4 or 5 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we have. Yeah, that's always good. Mark said he only got one treadmill in the basement. Sometimes if you gotta pop into the gym or something like that. If you got somebody to run with you, that'd be cool. Really quick, I think that she's already probably gone off of here, but Alexis, the official honorary member of the PR project, says promised her son she'd take him swimming, but wanted to pop on real quick and say go Lions. Right. Let's just jump into this because we have to talk about these Lions. So the Lions are playing in the NFC Championship today, right?
That's right, in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, at 6:30. It had been since 1991 when they last won a playoff game.
Yeah,
and that is approximately 33 years ago. Yeah. It's a long time. That's a long time to go. Yeah. But so the Lions are very happy. Michigan is very happy. Detroit is extremely happy. So
I went to the game last week. I was there at Ford Field. It was amazing. Just kind of being there, a part of the whole Lions celebration of it all, and the crowd was amazing. I was saying to you and Aaron afterwards, like I had a headache the next day because the crowd was so loud. It was so loud. I realized it was my head was probably still pounding from the noise, but the atmosphere was absolutely, I mean, no cliche. It was electric. You know, it was the coolest opportunity to be able to be part of something like that.
A lucky man.
I mean, granted, my kids aren't going to go to college, but I think they'll appreciate how much it was worth for their parents to do that.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Now with the way that Google and YouTube works, I mean, what is an education anyway, right?
I mean, honestly, yeah, they can get their degrees through Dr. Google, for sure.
Right, Dr. Google, Professor YouTube, all that, right?
Yeah.
So go Lions. They're playing today at 6:30. That's why we're doing it right now. Apparently, the Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens are playing right now.
Yeah. I don't know what the score is on that one.
We can let's
should be halftime right now, I think.
Yeah, I feel like this is just the halftime show. Yeah, it is halftime. It's halftime show. It's 17-7. Kansas City Chiefs are winning 17-7 against the Baltimore Ravens. So Allison Staples is tapping in. She is in the region of the Ravens.
Baltimore, right? Yeah.
She is. Ravens haven't showed up yet. Well, good thing. I mean, you got a whole nother half that hopefully they show up then.
Yeah, I can't root for the Ravens because of their coach. So sorry, Allison.
What I was gonna ask why, but I'm just gonna say right. We forget that guy.
He's the brother of the coach down in another school here in Michigan.
Oh, so it's a Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So is the whole house against the blue and the gold?
Yep.
So would it be weird to say out loud now that one time that you were like literally said, "Don't tell Megan, but I'm pulling for the Wolverines"?
I never said that.
You did.
Never. Not once.
You did.
Nope. Nope.
Never.
Ever.
All right. Well, I got receipts. I'm gonna have Aaron pull up one of the receipts because
Go ahead. There ain't nothing there.
Ain't nothing there. No, I was just trying to see if I could get a rise out of Megan again. All right. So let's talk about training a little bit because wait, one more time. Say it with me. Say it with me now.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. All right. Training talk. So Gary, what week are you in your training block? What are you training for and how you feeling?
I'm training for Boston. Hopefully my first April Patriots Day Boston Marathon. I think I just wrapped up the third week. I'm not doing the countdown like I've done in the past. I'm really kind of focused on the work this time. Not that I haven't been before, but I'm not making a big deal out of it. I just want to get out there and use the training and put the work in.
Yeah.
I got, we share the same coach, and she's been really.
That's a new development. I don't think we talked about it before, have we? Yeah. So now Gary is now a part of the Melissa Johnson White team. I've been coached by her since like 2019. When I first really started trying to go after it, and Gary is now part of the team.
Yeah, she's been great. Was super supportive. We've had a couple of times where I've had to change the training on the fly for various reasons, including next week. We've already discussed training because we'll be traveling for that.
Yep.
But she's been super supportive, and so far so good. I'm really happy with what training's been like. The mileage is cranked up a lot earlier than what it had been doing in the past, which I'm totally cool with. I'm kind of excited to see what my peak week is going to look like based on the mileage I'm already putting in. So.
Yeah, you're already up there. So I'm happy to have you a part of the team, man. I'm glad you're crushing it. All the runs are looking great. The last couple days or whatever it was of 2023, I felt the knee thing, which is like on the other side of the knee than before. It turns out it's probably more like a IT band issue. So I had to take a week off. Slowly but surely been creeping back up the mileage. Today was the longest run that I've done this year, which is 12 miles. My race is 4 weeks out. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'll be able to just at least get some type of aerobic capacity back to be able to go.
I think because those races are relatively flat, hopefully they won't be too hard on your knee, especially because it sounds like it's been the downhill that's been
it was everything at first. It was just anything. It was walking at first, and then the downhill today is what kind of got it kind of bothered a little bit, but it wasn't hurting at all. But I felt it I tried to avoid it as much as possible. So this week I got last week 3 weeks ago was at 20 miles. Last week was 26.5, and this week is 38.4. So that's a big difference. That's so I'm trying to maybe get. I don't know what she's gonna have me at this week, but I'm happy to be back running, and hopefully everything goes well. I'll be running Osaka first, and then Tokyo 7 days later. So it's hey, I'm getting over an injury. Let's run 2 marathons.
Yeah, but
one of them. I don't know how they'll work out. So we'll see what the next couple weeks has, and both of them may be just try to finish them within a decent time, or if everything goes wonderful and I can risk it, then I'll go for one or the other. So,
and the good news is you've got 2 more after that as well to focus on. So
then I have 2 more after that. I have Boston and then London. So if you didn't see the announcement, I'm a maniac. So I'm gonna be doing 4 marathons. The 4th one will be London, and hopefully, if all goes well in Tokyo, London will be my 6th star. So that'll be great. All right, so training's going decent. I'm happy to be back. But let's talk about shoes really quick, because we the last couple of times I don't think we talked about shoes at all, really.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I had a question for you, Gary, because now's the time. It's only 28 days into the year, but you've put in a lot of work leading into this year. So some of the shoes that you may be running in now, you already even had, and you've already liked a bit, and what's your favorite running shoe? Sorry, favorite shoe of the year so far? Just normal shoe.
Just normal shoe. I've been digging the New Balance Rebel 4. Just as a basic trainer. I mean, it is super squishy and soft.
Oh, wait, hold on. We never addressed the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aaron's not here, guys. Aaron is
in flight.
I think he's in flight or he's in the internet. I don't know how he meant like that he was going to be in the air. I don't know if he meant like he was like he has become the internet like Lucy, or I'm not really sure. But he's in the world somewhere. He could not make it today, so
he's in
transit. We have to try to make do. So we're just trying to push through, and then also, but just I don't know what just happened, but everybody went black. But hey, yeah, I'm in transit. In transit.
You're kind of slowing down a little bit.
As long as you're
is it me? Is it
not
you?
driving or flying the plane, then I'm okay with you commenting on this live. Is it me? Is it you? Transit. I don't know. You good? You hear me now?
I hear you, but you're moving. There we go.
Hear me now?
Say something. Yeah, you're delayed. Your voice is delayed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Is it still delayed?
Or maybe it's just me. Now you're a little bit better now.
Oh, maybe I'm gonna disconnect everything from the internet. Is that better? Anyway.
I don't know.
All right. Let's act like everything's fine.
Okay, we can try.
All right. Aaron said he's like an Amazon package. I don't know exactly what that means. Either he's cheap, fast, or
he'll be back in 2 days.
Yeah, right. All right, yeah. So your favorite shoe of the year so far is the Rebel V4?
Yeah. I don't know how many miles I got on this yet, but quite a bit. You know, it's one of those shoes I'll grab, fairly quickly just for regular miles. Nothing more than time on feet. I'm not doing workouts anymore, long runs, but I just find them comfy and ready to go. Like I can just slip them on my feet and get out the door without having to worry about really anything. So
I feel like that's kind of like, that's interesting though. I mean, because the first Rebel that I tried, I think was like the 2, and even like the third one, it seemed like they were trying to make it like this transition shoe, like maybe not an easy day shoe or an everyday shoe, but more like an up tempo type of shoe. Do you feel like because it looks just like the Elite V4 or V3?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be what's the term?
Like a step down from that, right?
Yeah, but it's like a part of a series. Like you go from the Rebel to the SE Trainer to the SE Elite.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be part of that kind of family of shoes. Even though this doesn't say Super Comp or Fuel Cell on it in any way, but just the kind of the look of it, especially the new ones coming out, which we had a chance to look at TRE. So it just kind of fits in. We have a ton of New Balance gear, so it kind of fits in with all the work. We could run on this and then the Super Trainer and then Super Comp Trainer and the Elite, every day of the week.
Yeah.
So I'm sure by the end of the year I'll probably have something different to say in terms of a favorite shoe, but right now, this has been a go-to for me.
Oh, good. Yeah. I feel like I like some of these brands that are doing this thing where like if you have these 3 shoes, you don't have to do anything. Like you can all you need is these 3 and you could go through your whole training block. Yeah. I like that concept. I mean, especially if because some folks really like one brand and they don't want to have to, worry about anything else other than like, hey, my favorite brand support all of my running. Yeah. And it looks like they're trying to do that. So I've run it a couple times in it, but not enough to like give it a full review. But I feel like it's a shoe you have to tie up a little bit tighter for me. Like I have to it requires a little more of a an effort or a conscious tie up, and make sure that you're like, because it's just not as narrow as some of the other ones, which is good though. I mean, because some shoes get a little too snug, but these are so much different than the Rebel V3, like very very much different. So all right, so my favorite shoe of the year so far is the New Balance Super Comp Trail. So this is a trail shoe, and this is like this is part of their Super Comp line. I'm imagining the next version of the Super Comp Trail will be different and maybe a little bulkier, but it's built like just a super standard like running shoe. They don't even New Balance doesn't even have a shoe right now that even like looks or is shaped like this. And it feels so comfortable. The lugs on it are super soft, so it's like it's great traction when you need it, but then also they're very like they run well on concrete. You know, like some of the trail shoes that we have that would be great for like an icy day. Like when you're on concrete, they're like clunky and hard, and it feels
you like that. You hear that?
It's like you're running with cleats on. It's uncomfortable. But these, if you happen to run 6 miles of your run on concrete because you're in a dry area, you won't feel these lugs. They won't be weird, and the ride on this is actually super comfortable. Like I actually wish, like when I have these, I wouldn't mind if they just didn't have the lugs and they were just a normal shoe.
It's like a hybrid. It's like a hybrid trail shoe almost.
Yeah, and it's and I could see like if you're a trail runner, how this maybe not be the one that you'd pick. But if it was like if you had a trail that was less, technical maybe, and then more of like a flatter type of vibe to it, and it was more like a racing trail maybe, this would be it. This would be a great shoe because you can get really good turnover with it. It's a really nice shoe in my opinion.
You know what that would be great on would be like the West Bloomfield Trail.
Yeah, right? Like a rail trail type of vibe. Yeah, for sure. It's
partly like dirt, part like asphalt, whatever. Yeah.
And like I've pulled up to runs and started the run. Like last Monday, I started a run with Ern, had on a different pair of shoes, went out, did 3 miles with the group that we were with, and then had the chain, and then came back to the car and grabbed these, put these on to finish the run, just because there was a couple spots that were a little slick, a little snowy, but these are great for that. Like, and if you're in a cold weather place that has snow and ice, this is actually a really good investment because it's not just it's not uncomfortable at all. This is not your normal.
No, I've worn them a couple times myself. I really do like those for the conditions that we've been running in.
Super digging these. So New Balance Super Comp Trail. If you are interested, that's a really great shoe. All right. Do you want to talk about shoes one more time really quick?
I think you want to talk about shoes one more time really quick.
I mean, you want me to continue the shoe conversation? All right. So yesterday I came home. I'm gonna do a little story time, right? Yesterday I came home and what is going on right now? Jeez Louise. There we go. So I came home to really cool shoe. I came home to like this big box on the porch, and I'm like, well, what do you know? I have a box on the porch. And then I'm like, well, maybe we should take this box inside and see what it is. So I took the box inside. I looked on the outside. I looked on I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't get any notifications that a shoe was coming. So I checked the tag or like the address. I didn't recognize them. Like, I don't know who this is from. So I had my dog sniff it out to make sure it wasn't anything funny, but it wasn't. So it seemed safe. Open it up, and it's a big white box. And I'm like, And so I took the box out, flipped it over. It has an Adidas logo and a Boston 128. So the 128th Boston for next year, or for this year in 3 months. So I'm like, all right, let's open this box up. So you open it up, and it's got the jacket, the 2024 Boston red and blue jacket. So like they kind of give you like the new colorway or whatever. So I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I wonder what's in the little compartment, because I had a little compartment that was covered up. I'm like, guarantee this is the Adizero Adios Pro. I don't even know how you the Adios Adizero Pro 3 with like the Boston colorway. So I'm like, this is gonna be sweet. That's great, awesome, right? And I open this up, and lo and behold, it's the shoe that came out right before Berlin, and it was a big deal because it cost $500. It's like the lightest shoe. It's lighter than a feather. Blah blah blah. It's supposed to be super fast. Supposed to be a world breaker, pretty much. And I wanted it so. I wanted the shoe. I wanted to run in Berlin in it because it just came out, and they say it's going to be better than ever. Wasn't like the biggest fan of the Adizero Pro 3. I just feel like it's not as snappy as I'd like for it to be. And it's a little on the heavier side. So I'm like, if please just give me the shoe. They didn't, even though I ran with a Adidas bib and all that stuff. So I was bummed. Gave up because there's only 551 shoes of this $500 shoe made, and didn't think anything else about it. Opened it up, and lo and behold, it was the shoe.
Is it numbered?
It is numbered. I'm so glad someone asked. So I said 551. It's actually 521. So this is number 288 of 521. And this is one of those type of shoes like somebody hands it to you and you're actually like surprised with how like light it is. You remember you held one in New York, right, Gary?
New York or TRE?
TRE, one of them. Yeah. Super crazy dumb light. I'm really happy I was able to get this shoe. This looks like would be slippery, but it's actually super tacky, which is weird. And it actually has the same type of material here on the two heel parts. It's just you can't really see how shiny it is because it's also white, so it blends in. There you go. But really good looking shoe. Love like the way it looks. I cannot wait to put the shoe on. The one thing that they talked about when it first came out was that you could get probably a warm-up run and then the marathon.
Yeah.
And after that, then it loses its $500 thing, right? So this is exciting to have. I probably will wear this in Boston as long as myself or PR Project don't get like, hired or acquired or whatever to do something a little bit different. So thank you so much, Adidas, for the surprise. It was a huge surprise. They know I'm going to Boston, but was not expecting to receive this shoe. So I cannot wait to give you guys some actual like feedback on the run. But it is absolutely by far the lightest shoe that I think I've ever held in my hand.
For those who haven't held it before, it literally feels like paper mache.
It doesn't feel like a real shoe.
Yeah. When they say it's a one-time use, just feeling it again. I haven't never worn it, but just feeling it, you're like, yeah, this is a one-time use. Like this is gonna last me one full marathon. And I would just say, and not to be insulting to anybody's like speed or whatever, this is a one-time use for I would say a faster marathoner. I don't know fast beyond 3.5.
I don't know because I know like Ashley Mateo had these. I don't know what like her marathon PR is, but I don't think she would consider herself like a fast runner, but she PR'd in a half marathon in them. I mean, so I think that there's enough. I think it's maybe not more about the time. I think it's more about potentially like with the foot strike and the way that you run.
Sure.
I think it's more about like mechanics, like, because if you run to a spot where it kind of maximizes this shoe, I think that's any super shoe. But I think that if you're able to like land in the appropriate spot for it, I think you'll love it. It'll be great. It'll hold up. But I think if you have a lot going on, like in the way that you run, I think this could be a shoe that wouldn't do so well for you because you'd have your foot be moving around a lot. This upper is like literally like, I mean, it's like the rest of them, but it's like nothing. There's no sock liner. There's no you can't really see in there, but there's no most shoes have like an insert. There's no insert at all in this shoe either. So it's like literally it's a race car pretty much. That's so crazy. Really excited about that one. Really happy to get that surprise. But we did say this was going to be a quick show. So if anybody has any questions for myself or Gary or Aaron, because he's in the chat, let us know. Let us know. We'd be happy to answer your questions. But I'm excited, Gary. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself. with this whole IT band knee thing. But I tell you, like every run that I do that I don't feel the pain creep up, it just makes me feel like, okay, like I'm headed in the right direction. I actually didn't even announce that I was doing all 4 marathons until yesterday.
Yeah.
And I've known for weeks, for sure about 3 of them, so I was trying not to get too far ahead of myself and go, oh, I'm doing all this stuff and then can't run. So it took some time to like get comfortable enough to talk about it. But I'm happy to be like back running with you guys. Today was really cool. I was supposed to run 4 to 8 miles, which is really just, it wasn't like a run 4 to 8 miles. It was like just a guide that she put up earlier in the week to see, where I was, just to have something on the calendar. And ended up doing 12 with you guys. It felt great until,
which is nice to be able to do that because someone, didn't map it out very well. I'm not sure he's in the chat, but we all know who we're talking about.
Wait, what'd you say? I was reading.
I said
what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to go 12, but.
All right, so we do have a question from Maurice Rand. Says for those that weren't able to get the Alphafly 3, would you choose the Vaporfly 2 or Vaporfly 3 or Alphafly 2? You go.
I go Vaporfly 2.
Vaporfly 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He didn't say 1. Yeah. 1 and 2 are the same shoe, just one has a different upper.
I never really used the 1, so I've run the 2 and the 3 and the Alphafly 2. I go Vaporfly 2.
The Vaporfly 2 is the same shoe. It just has a engineered mesh upper, and the other one has a actual mesh upper or something like that. Same shoe, same bottom, same midsole and all that. I would number one, Maurice, the Alphafly 3 in the normal colorway is coming out in April. So I think it's coming out like early April. I think they're trying to get it to come out in enough time to people can buy it for like Boston and whatever races are in mid to late April. So they are still they're dropping it again. So you didn't miss out for sure. That was just like that proto colorway or whatever they do. So that's not even the mass. Oh, needed for Tokyo. Okay, so answer the question. Thank you. Sorry for that. So Vaporfly 2 is that the one I have, Gary? I mean Alphafly 2. That's the
orange one is the 2. Yeah.
This one? That's 2?
It's the 1, isn't it?
No, so there's only 2, right?
There's 3.
Oh, there's 3?
There's
I don't know, Gary.
I have the orange one, so maybe that's what the orange one looks. I haven't seen the ones.
Yeah, I don't know. So
there might be the 2.
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, no, this is the 2. This is the 2. The 3 is the one.
The ones you have, the ones you have are like a white, greenish, right?
So, yes, the first ones. So I'm not a big fan of the Alphafly 2. I mean, it's nice. It's a great shoe. But I would say if you're trying to run a faster marathon, I think I'd go. I really liked. Am I breaking up again?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You talk for a second.
I think he was going to say he really likes the Vaporfly 2s. The Alphafly 2s, for me, they break down pretty fast, and not break down pretty fast, but they broke down to the point where they're giving me blisters in the heel. So the Vaporfly 3s are fine. They were fine. They were great. I ran fast in them, but not as fast as I ran in the Vaporfly 2s, which I thought were just a little bit better. But you can't go wrong with either of the Vaporflies, I think. So that'd be that's a Vaporfly.
This is the Vaporfly 2. This is actually the Tokyo color that they did last year or 2021. That's crazy. There you go.
Yeah.
So I would definitely go. I think I would go with these because they are quicker, a little turnover. I guess there's a few different turns in Tokyo. So a shoe that you can bend a couple corners in. I think that this would be the one to go for. I don't think you'll be upset. There's no. I think this is the superior shoe between until they made the Alphafly 3. I think that the Vaporfly was the better shoe of the 2 all the way up until possibly the Alphafly 3. So yeah, go with Vaporfly 2. in my opinion.
Tommy, should we let folks know where we're going to be next week before we sign off?
Yeah. So before we sign off, next week, let's talk about this really quickly. We're going. Gary and I, PR Project will be in Orlando at the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials. We had the opportunity to go down there and hang out with Hoka. Hoka's doing a shoe launch, and we'll be a part of that and be there to kind of like see the festivities and give you guys some sneak peeks of the new shoe that's coming out. But then also we're going to be able to get to stay until the weekend to actually watch the race, cheer for the runners and all that stuff. So we'll be down in Orlando.
If somebody drops out, we'll grab their bib.
Yeah. Gary's already ready. Gary's taking a couple pairs of racing shoes just in case. You never know which brand's going to ask you to step up. So you got to bring all the super shoes you got. And I'm excited to see I'm excited to see the whole, all the festivities and hang out with Hoka and all that stuff. But I'm also very, very excited to see like the races like happen. And it's going to be great. Like I was there in Atlanta to watch 2020. And it was before I even like knew like what was going on really. I kind of did, but now like we're much more invested into the running, community. So I'm excited to see that. And so if you're going to be in Orlando to watch, hit us up because we will be down there.
Yeah, it's going to be and I mean, like you said, the races are going to be awesome. We got, top 3 spots for the Olympics. So, it's not about time. It's about sheer racing. Sheer racing. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And then the cool part is like I was listening to Des Linden say, like we're all like lining up who we think is going to win based on numbers and things like that, which is a very good, indication of like what's going to happen. But then there's going to be someone there whose number doesn't show correctly or show their potential really. But they have this insane belief in themselves where they like, I know that I'm going down here and I'm going to have the race of my life, and they believe it wholeheartedly. So they may make certain moves and break through certain walls that they didn't think that they could, and be in contention, for the race. I mean, because if you look at the women's side last year, I think we all kind of expected like Alafine to make it, but then you got like Molly Seidel, like almost out of nowhere,
one half marathon, to qualify.
Ran one half marathon to qualify and then ran her way onto the team. And people
I think in the men's side, we're going to see some new faces. I think the Galen Rupps and the Abdis are going to be, set aside for some new faces this year.
But then you can't. But then also, Gary, I mean, for a fellow, for a fellow that is I'll call you mature. There's something to be said about experience in these situations.
No, I don't disagree with that. But I think because it's a different course, they're not racing the same courses year trials after trials. I just think your Conor Mansons of the world, Zach Pennings of the world are really starting to make, a play for, their time. So we'll see.
I love this one. Races are not run on paper. They're run inside your TV. That's great. That is so true. Okay. That's next week too. New Balance Indoor Grand Prix next week in Boston too. This is going to be a crazy week of running. I'll tell you that much. But so I'm excited about it, man. Like I can't wait. I do agree with you though I think that the young guns aren't just young. They're great. They're fast. Like especially like Conor Mantz I think he had the fastest time of the year, American time of the year last year, I think. So
Chicago.
I think he's going into he's going on an uptick, and he ran the cross country stuff last year, I believe too. So he's doing good. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. If you're going to be down there, hit us up. If not, tap in with our Instagram. Make sure you like and all that stuff and share whatever we're posting, because the more engagement, the better. And it puts us in better positions to be at some of these other places kind of around the country and world as we keep pushing this PR project thing forward.
Yeah, we can share more fun ideas and fun exclusives with y'all as well.
So thank you so much for watching. Go Lions.
Go Lions. we will see you next week, probably somehow, some way. Tommy froze up. Oh, no, he didn't. He's very still. He's praying. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Is he? Blink twice if you're okay. There we go. 1.
You're gonna see it somehow, some way. You're gonna see it somehow, some way. Soon.
All right.
Peace out, guys. Have a great weekend. All that. Peace out. PR project over and done.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Lions. Go Lions.